Good evening, you beautiful bastards. Here we are, together again with our beautiful friend Bloody the Elf. Drink us in. It goes down smooth every single time. There it is.
I'm good.
That's good. Haven't evolved to breathe that in yet.
Yeah, it turns out you're a mammal and you can't inhale coffee.
Yeah, now you gotta breathe it in. Or drink it in, rather. Hence the instructions,
My
man.
lungs are so fucking awake right now.
Yeah, you followed those terribly wrong. Terribly wrong.
Hey, buddy. How was your week?
Something's gone terribly wrong. It was alright. Not bad. What did I do this week, man? I don't know. I just kind of coasted through this week, honestly. Like, if we're being honest, I just kind of went through the motions, went to work.
Autopilot.
Yeah, I had an interview last week for promotion.
You are so gonna get it too.
That's kind of the feeling that I get, but I don't like to.
You don't count those chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just gonna bank on it. My boss told me, "Hey, we're gonna tell everybody by Thursday," and then Thursday came, and he was at an EAI at the Salt River, and then he got there at like 2 p.m, all just sun bleached and just destroyed. I was like, I don't think today's gonna work for you. I don't see it happening. And he's like, yeah, I'm real tired. I was like, I'm surprised you're here. I would have gone home.
I would have passed hard.
It's like, you want me to do your job? I would have just left. Because he's trying to hire me for doing his job right now. And it's like, yeah, I would have, if going to the Salt River and then leaving after 3 hours, like,
that's hard, bro.
I'd have done that from my bed. Did
he see Tanya while he was there? She's still...
He didn't see Tanya.
She is.
I did tell him about that, and she's has yet to be found.
She's still missing in action.
Man, I really hope she watches these, because
no fucking chance.
I know, but I hope she finds her way to them, rather, because I know she doesn't watch them right now, but I hope she finds her way to them. And she's like, that asshole.
What a dick.
That would.
He was such a jerk. He left me.
She loved me so much. She told me the very first day that she loved me.
That's weird.
So,
I love you.
I'm sorry?
That's so weird.
It really is. Why do people do that, man? I don't understand it. It's like,
they're weird.
Oh, I love you. It's like, no.
Word is going to be weird, man.
Yeah, whatever's going to happen, what was going to happen, not anymore.
Yeah.
That makes me concernicus.
Concernicus.
How about you, man? How was your week?
My week was...
How you got one?
I had one. I had a week.
That's good. It's better than not having a week.
I don't know. Is it?
Oh, no. I mean, you're not dead, so you got that going for you.
So we had our air conditioner debacle.
Oh, God, yeah. That's good. Tell that story. Tell that story real quick.
So we touched on this a bit in a couple of episodes ago, where we were talking about how my air conditioner was very suspect because of... Actually, I don't think this episode ever went live.
It didn't because the audio was off.
It was so fucked up. So, okay, years ago, we bought our house 7 years ago. 3 months after we bought it, our air conditioner went out and we had to buy a new one. So we bought it off of some company that I've never heard of before, but I really have never heard of an air conditioning company in general. I don't really follow it. I don't follow the air conditioning market.
They're supposed to last a long time, so you shouldn't have to know an air conditioning company.
Well, you would think, wouldn't you? So 7 years ago,
can dream.
She will, and this time dreams don't come true. So ever since we had that done, now granted, it was so. Here in Arizona, we have 2 different companies. We have SRP, Salt River Project. That's one power company. Then we have APS, which is the
other one. American Power Service, Arizona Power Service. I'm going to go with that. It sounds right. It's probably wrong, but I believe it. Of course it's
wrong. So we have what's called the equalizer bill, or the budget bill system. So basically what that does is, in Arizona, it gets quite hot, as everyone knows. So to make it so your power bill's not like $600 in the summer because you have to run your AC pretty much constantly for 3 months straight.
To be comfortable.
That's just to be comfortable. It's not even it's to be tolerable. It's not comfortable. But
That's fair.
What winds up happening is they take a last 6 months worth of bills and average them all together, and then you just pay the average. So your winter bill is factored into your summer bill, and then you meet kind of in the middle, and that's what you pay pretty much year round. It doesn't go much in any direction. Right. So when we first bought the house, the problem with that was because they base it off of the property usage. The house had been vacant for like 3 months while it was on the market, so it was a $0 bill. So when we equalized that out, our bill was like shit. It was nothing. It was awesome.
Hey, Rosler.
And then every month after that, it progressively increased to the extent a year into it, we're now looking at $200. And then a year after that, we're at $300. And it started to be concerning, but it was still just like, maybe that's just, we just use a lot of power. I don't know. So then after that,
it gets hot.
It progressively kept going up. So as of like the last year, I've been battling $460 power bills every month. We couldn't really figure out what the problem was. So we have all the appliances in the house have been replaced. So we got new refrigerator, stove, washer, dryer, water heater we got, and then the air conditioner was new, so we didn't have to mess with that, and those are expensive. That's your big ticket item there. You're looking at
it's like 10-15 grand. Yeah,
wasn't that much. We paid $5,000 for ours to have it installed.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We don't buy the train unit though, which is like $10,000.
And then you got in the position you were in.
Yeah. So what we eventually boiled it all the way down that it was one of two things. It was either the power box was either reading incorrectly, or the air conditioning unit was bad, or set up wrong, or hooked up wrong, or something. So because the air conditioner was new, it really didn't make sense. So the air conditioners come with a 10-year warranty on them. So anything before that you would expect, it's still like in its infancy. 7 years in, you're looking at like a toddler in air conditioning years. So it didn't make sense for that to be it. The only thing that made sense at that point was the box itself was reading wrong, which isn't unheard of. It happens. Not very much, but it does happen. But a brand new power or a brand new air conditioner was even more out of the question. So we wound up having a guy come out, and while he was here, like go over, like we've had auditors come from the power company that like they recommend electricians come and take a look, and they came in, they're like, we don't know, try putting sunscreens on your house. That'll decrease the amount you'll need to cool your house because you eliminate your UV rays that come through. So we put those on every window in the fucking house. We have like a little window like this big in our bathrooms, like over the shower. We even blacked that thing out, like every single fucking window in the house.
Just put a little tiny fucking...
Yeah, it's a screen like this big. It's got one. And so that did help.
Shut the screens.
Yeah, that's not a cheap venture either. You're looking at like $1,500 worth of screens. So we put those all in. We started to see the power bill start to go down, which was what we expected, but ultimately did not solve the problem because we were where we were at. They came down and then slowly climbed back up. So every year is progressively getting worse and worse and worse. So we had an electrician come out. We had some outlets go bad, and it turned out it was actually just user error. You have to hit the reset button.
That's
pretty much what it came down to. But all of our jacks,
GFCI plugs.
All the GFCIs were on one plug that we didn't even know we had. Like it was hidden behind a towel rack in our kids' bathroom. Like we never.
That's a natural place to put it.
Didn't even know the outlet was there. But that's the one that there's two in the whole house. Yeah, two. There's two in the whole house. That was half of them. So they all started to go bad, and so he showed us how to. Anyway, long story short, he was like, if I was gonna bet anything, it's gonna be your power box is bad. And he seemed to know what he was talking about. So we called the power company, like, hey, we need you to come and replace our what do you call that?
It was a bald guy, and he smelled like burnt onions. So of course he knew what he was talking about.
He was a very nice man, and I would have him come back and fix more things. We've used him
bald?
before.
Was he bald?
He had hair. Fuck
Damn
you
it.
and your racism against your
I
baldest.
missed it. All right. Anyway,
so moving the story forward, we had the power company come out and they're like, look, we can test it. But he's like, we already test these things every 6 months. Yours was just done recently. We can test it. If it tests that there was nothing wrong with it, we charge you $100 for us to come out here to run the test. So I'm like, he's like, let's just look at your power box and start clicking shit off, and we'll see where your power draw is coming from. I'm like, I don't know how to read the meter. That's what I'm trying to think. The little meter is bad.
That's the word.
So he was like, are you running your AC right now? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, all right, let's just turn that off real quick. So and you see the meter just like die. Like it's not doing anything anymore. He's like, that's where all your power draw is coming from. So it's going to be one of 3 things. Everybody write these down. Your AC, your dryer, that's 4, sorry, stove, and then your hot water heater. Those are all your 220 plugs. And so he was like, it's got to be your AC. He says, if you had anyone run a maintenance on it recently, it's like, it's been a few years. He was like, before you spend any... Whoa!
Oh, that's no good. You should probably fix that.
Done. He said, before you spend any money on that, why don't you have your AC serviced? That way you can just at least while they're doing it, have them check it out. So I said, all right. I mean, that seems pretty fucking reasonable. He's like, I'm not going to charge you anything. Call it like I was never even here. I was like, perfect. So maybe that shit's not free either. And we got to wait till I build up a little bit of capital before I can do that. So
got to liquidate some things.
I got to liquidate some assets, sell some stock. So turns out before I could get there, the whole fucking AC unit goes out. I get a message from work that says, it's from my wife, that says, did you set the temperature in the house to 85? No.
Yes, I did.
Like, well, I don't hate you, so no.
Just to fuck with you, I did that.
I'm like,
wasn't it funny?
Yeah. Gotcha, bitch. But so I said, send me a picture of the thermostat, and you can see on the right it says 78, and then the actual house temperature 86 by the time I got the picture. So it's climbing, and I'm like, there's something seriously wrong. The AC unit's not working. I thought maybe the breaker's blown. I'm not even going to try and explain how to reset it. I'll just check it when I get home. I'm off at 6. It's like 4 o'clock. I'll be home in a couple hours. So by the time I get home, it's a solid 90 degrees in the house. And I go out.
Good.
Breaker's fine. So I run upstairs, and I kind of put your ear up because it's a vent, like where your whole house fan is. Like you can kind of hear a hum, but it hadn't kicked the fan on like it was running. It was just like you can hear.
It's like an old man's trying to breathe on you.
It's exactly what it's.
COPD, or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, can do damage for decades without giving any noticeable signs that it's there.
So we call a company. She's like, I already called somebody. They're on their way. They'll be here in a couple hours. So I got to hand out to you real quick. Best fucking friend I've ever had. Because you really put the emotional, like, if you don't come to my house and cool off, we're not going to be friends anymore. I'm like,
I really tried, man.
You did.
I really tried. So I went so far. So the last time that his wife and I had a conversation, it wasn't the best conversation. And it was through Facebook Messenger. And that was because I don't have her phone number. So I was texting Bloody, and
that what you said made it sound really weird, like no one knows what you're talking about. My wife and I were in a all-out fight.
Okay.
And I had left the house and went to your house. So she was texting you to be like, what's going on?
If you're gonna put that out, let me finish it then. So the last time that Bloody's wife had messaged me, they were having some problems, and Bloody was at my house, and
I was hiding.
She knew he was at my house, and she was like, "Hey, is he there?" I was like, "Yep." does he still want to be with me? I was like, that's not my place. So he's just here. I'm just being a friend.
This was years ago, so clearly it's kind of ironed out.
5-6 years ago, so it's been a bit. But and that was the last conversation we had through Facebook Messenger. We had seen each other since then, and we've been very friendly from that point. But the last messages that we had sent each other were those ones. So when Bloody declined my offer, I was like, hey, I know what it's like to have a fucking air conditioner go out in the middle of the summer.
It's only been a few years.
I've been there, and like in my prior relationship, that was the beginning of the end. Like when me and the kids' mom, Lily and Nani, when me and their mom, all the truth came out. We were like telling each other exactly how we felt about each other, and it was like, oh fuck, I hate your parents, and like it was just like to the jugular. Yeah, to the jugular. We were going at each other. And I remember the last time it went out, I was, oh my God, dude. Sorry, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, but the last time the AC went out was when I lived in Surprise, and my toilet, the guest toilet had gone out, and it just wasn't working. I had to pull the tank off. I had to pull the bowl off of the floor and replace the wax spring, the whole nine. And whilst I was doing that, the air conditioner went out while I was in this little tiny fucking bathroom, and I'm not a little dude, so I'm sitting here sweating it up. I'm sweating it up in this little tiny bathroom, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it so goddamn hot? And my roommate had put one of those little blue discs in there in the tank to clean the water and stuff. Yeah. And they don't stay discs when you put them in there. When you put them in there, they're like blue jelly. So I had to take that out, and it looked like I murdered fucking Smurfs in this bathroom.
You butchered one.
It looks like I fucking gave Smurfs a handy and then killed them immediately afterwards because it was all over the walls. It was on my face. It was on my arms. I'm like, why is it? And I'm like, why is it so goddamn hot? And Marie's like, Marie goes to the thermostat. She's like, it's 86 degrees in here. I don't think it's supposed to be that hot. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what else could go fucking wrong? Like, I was just so angry. So I know what it's like to go through it being hot. So I texted Bloody, and I was like, hey man, you guys need to come over here. Let us make you some food. Let us give you some cold drinks. Let us just don't worry about anything. Just come here. Let us take care of you.
Sure.
And he's like, no, not gonna do that. We're gonna be fine. It's only gonna be 12 hours, and we have a pool. I'm like, that's stupid. You're being dumb. So I ended up going on Facebook Messenger and hitting up his wife. And again, the last messages that we exchanged were those terrible ones from several years ago, because we don't talk that often. And I was like, hey, Bloody told me that you guys' air conditioning is out. You should come over. And she's like, no, we're gonna be okay.
Tell what she said to you.
So I was very persistent. I was like, no, fuck you. You need to come over. And she was like, get off my dick.
She made that joke. We were sitting on the patio. We were both having a cigarette together, and she was like, get off my dick. I'm like, send it. You have to send that.
And I was like, we just miss you, you fucking assholes. So you guys need to get your fucking asses over here and just spend time with us, you pieces of shit. But they didn't take us up on it. But they ended up getting it fixed the very next day. And then it did. Okay.
So here's the thing too. We probably would have taken you up on your offer, but we were really just waiting for the guy to come back, and it was like open. We don't know when he's coming back. I didn't want to leave her here by herself and take the kids over there, and I didn't want her to have to go over there by herself. Like it was just, it really wasn't that big a deal. Like it worked out fine. All's well that ends well. So
you say that, but it was a big deal to me. It was a big deal to me.
We will take you up on your offer soon, though, I promise. So,
you should.
Or vice versa.
Your air conditioner, your AC doesn't have to be out for you to come over, man.
I know, that's true. So
let's put this out. Let's put this out into the ether right now, right? And right into the universe. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be a fucking travesty or a goddamn emergency for you to come over. You and your whole family are more than welcome here in all its wonder. Just come here.
Well, all right. So it turns out the guy came out. finish the story. Guy comes out and he was like, when he came, he was really, really great company. Got to hand it out to Penguin Air out here in Phoenix. You guys are fan-fucking-tastic.
Best name for an AC company, also.
Isn't it? They do plumbing,
Only thing
too.
better would be Igloo Air.
I think that's a company, too. If it's not, we're starting it. But I'll leave a link in the description down below so that you guys can check them out if you're local, because it's worth. They were so good. They were so great. So the guy comes out and I'm like, here's the deal. While you're up there, the last company that sold us the AC unit was kind of sketchy, and I don't know what's happening with it, and we have really, really, really high power bills, and I suspect that that's the cause. And he was like, bro, I'll take care of you. I'm like, all right, thanks, man.
Was he Russian?
No, he was
Russian?
Middle Eastern of some form, and he had a really thick accent. He was fantastic.
Man.
I couldn't have been happier.
The best.
So he goes up there, and he's up there for probably 20 minutes or so, which is the longest 20 minutes. At this point, we're eating dinner. I'm like, we're not going to wait. Eat. Like, not a big deal. So
we're eating ice cream. Was ice cream for dinner?
Pork chops, bro. We don't give a fuck in this house. So...
it was fucking soup.
Pork chop soups.
We made fucking Vietnamese pho. It was hot as fuck. We ate some fucking hot ass Vietnamese soup. Sorry. That was a terrible joke that just popped in my head. It was funny in my brain.
That was funny. I laughed. And so he comes back and kind of knocks on the door, and he was like, yeah. I have everything figured out. I'm like, perfect. And my wife and I spoke, and I'm like, this is going to be an expensive fix, but it'll be less than $1,000. So at least there's that. And so he was like, all right, few things. Number one, your air conditioner that's on your roof right now, air conditioners are like cars. They have like a VIN plate on them. It'll tell you the make, model, and the year that it was made. Regulations. So this one had been chiseled off. Like there was no plate on it. So it's like, I don't even know really what brand it is, but if I had to guess...
There were bodies on that AC unit.
It killed many people. And he was like, I think it's a Bryant unit from the mid to late 90s. And that was replaced in 2012. And he was like, you want to know why your power bill was so high? I figured that out too. When they put the new unit in, the one that they replaced, they left all that stuff still on there, and they literally craned it up there, sat it down, and plugged it in. That's it. So he says there's a gap from where... Okay, so air conditioners, they have it's like they're connected. So they have like a where your ducts suck into, like, are sealed against the AC unit. So when it blows the cold air, it goes, he says, it's not even touching. He says there's a gap like this. Like you can stick your arm through it. So your air conditioner's blowing at it. And he said,
you're cooling off the environment.
He said, yeah, your neighbors probably really appreciated that, but you're not even hooked up. It's just sitting there. And he says, it's not even level. He said the old iron stuff that he was on, he says from the original unit, it sits at an angle and just blows air at a hole, basically, where it's sucking the air down. But he said, you're just getting what you get. So that's why your power bills are so high. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense. He's like, okay, now let's talk about your unit you have now, fixing it. He says, it's probably a 20-year-old unit and the coils are shot. They're completely shot. He said, we can get you new coils. It's going to be expensive. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll show you how much the part is. I'll charge you cost. It's $4,500. And I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. I said, how much just for a new unit? And he's like, I'll show you cost on that too. He's like, new unit, $10,000. I will give you the employee discount because I got screwed over so bad. I can do it for 64.
You've been fucked for 6 years, yeah.
I said, all right. So I said to my wife, I was like, babe, here's the situation. $4,500 to repair the one that we have. Now I'm hoping under $1,000. Now we're quadruple and a half that. to fix it, and then we're still in the same situation we're in now.
It's the coils are replaced, but you're still just blowing cold air at
it's still there, yeah. And he said, otherwise, and I said, and she was like, okay, how much is for the new one? I'm like, I already asked. $6,400 for the new unit. And she was just like, okay, let's just do that. Like, okay. And I said, all right, man, we're just going to go with the new unit. He's like, good choice. And she was like, how long before they can get it put in? And he's like, I'll have it here tomorrow. He's like, I can't guarantee you what time tomorrow, but it will be 100% tomorrow. I said, write it up, my man.
Yeah.
We're good. He's like, do you want to finance it? I'm like, oh yeah, we're going to finance it. So we get that all done. And it's kind of like it was really expensive. We wound up out the doors. We bumped up a unit so that we're not buying the cheapest one money can buy.
Yeah.
He's like, most people just kind of go the middle of the road. They don't buy the most expensive. They don't buy the cheapest either because the cost isn't much different. I think it was like $13 a month in payment different. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So
that's not bad.
We went with that. And then it's installed. He said, we got to go back up there. I got to get all the measurements. I'm going to replace all the grating that's up there so it sits level the way it's supposed to.
Right.
And then we're going to also do duct cleaning. He's like, when was the last time your ducts were cleaned? I'm like, I don't know, like 3 years ago. He's like, we'll throw that in at no cost. We'll go ahead and get that all done. And we'll get the thing installed tomorrow. So like he said, next day, he said it would take 4 to 6 hours. 4 to 6. I thought he said 46 originally. I'm like, days to get this thing installed? He's like,
that's
days.
a long time for you to be up there.
He says, no, brother, 4 to 6 hours. I'm like, oh, okay. No, that makes a lot more sense. And they did a great job. They're super professional. You know when they walk in and they hand you their business card first and they text you ahead of time, like, I don't remember the guy's name. Super great guy, but they text you a picture of him. You're not too far off, actually. I'm pretty sure it started with an A. And they text a picture so you know who you're expecting. He hands you his business card, and it's legit. And so we're really pleased with it. And they came today, and they cleaned the ducts. And I'll throw a picture of that up as well. And it was funny when they were cleaning my ducts out. At the very last event they did, me and my son... James was behind me, and we were sitting watching TV in the game room, and the guy's cleaning the ducts right in front of us, and he stops, kind of looks in the duct, and gets a light out, and he was like, turns the huge duct cleaner off, and he's like, hey, why are there bricks in your ducts? I'm like, come again? He's like, yeah, you got like 2 big bricks in there. I'm like, no idea. Came with the house. And he's like, they're too far for me I don't have anything to get them out with. They're way back in there. They're not hurting anything either. They're just kind of there. And I'm like, fuck it.
Just leave them.
Just leave it. It's fine. My thought was like, what if it's like somebody hid something in the house and forgot about it and moved out?
It's a treasure.
What if it is? He was like, nah, they're like, he's like, it's like 1 brick broken in half and you can see them, but... I'm like,
it's not that special.
Never looked in there. And I was like, it's fine. He's like, yeah, they're not causing any problems. They're just there.
And they're not going anywhere.
He's like, yeah, if you get one of those, like, you know, those reaching clamp things, he's like, you can grabber thing. Yeah, you can grab them. It's like,
if you live here until you're 60, you can get it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to die with those fucking bricks in there. But that happened. So,
oh man,
it's crazy. Now it's like every room in it's like, keep in mind, like the airflow that was the previous AC unit cooled the house, like it got cold, and like that all's well, you know, like that's why we didn't think anything.
It did the job, yeah.
This fell again. So there we go.
We're such professional streamers.
That's how I do. So anyway. It's done, but now it's like James's room was always really warm, like pretty hot. Now it's like he's in there with a blanket while he plays his video games and stuff because it's cold. And I noticed now too that like if you kind of leave a little bit of when you're closing a door and you leave it open a little bit, the suction from the house will actually close the door. It never did that before.
That freaked the fuck out of me at the old house because I lived in Surprise when I lived in that house. I was by myself, and it was a 4 bedroom house.
Yeah.
There by myself, and I'd leave the doors open just so the dogs, could roam around through the rooms and whatnot.
Yeah.
And both of them would be sleeping in the living room with me. And then I'd just hear just hear the door latch. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So for the first few times, I would get up and be like,
yeah,
like, I'm gonna open this door and there's gonna be somebody in there. I gotta fight. No,
nope,
there wasn't. It's anybody
fucking
in
ghosts,
there.
bro.
We have worked years to build our credibility.
It was the goddamn. It was the wind.
Air conditioning.
Goddamn wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AC does it every time.
Every time.
100%. So yeah, everything else is fine. It worked out great,
good, man.
and it's gonna bring our power bills way the fuck down.
You should stop doing the average. You should stop doing the average.
Did I tell you? Then after that, I checked.
I don't know.
Okay, so I've had a week. So this month, all right. So my power bills are astronomical, right? So APS is the company that supplies my power. Also, here we don't have an option of what power company you use. It's one or the other based off location. They have agreed. There's a line. One of them's on the north side, the other one's on the south side of town. So I'm on APS here. So every time they fuck up, there's nothing I can do about it. It's not like I can be like, I'm canceling my fucking service. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, just go without power? So this is what happens when you have no competition. So last month, legit, I'm not fucking making this up and make it like weird. The company fucked up and double billed me for the. Just charged me twice. Keep in mind,
it's happened several times.
The power bill's $480. To be double billed is basically being charged $1,000. So they're like, whoop, sorry, we double billed you. They're like, we can mail you a check and you can get that money back, or you can just leave it on the account and you'll have a credit for the next month. And I'm like, because this wasn't the first time they've done that, I was like, fuck it, don't worry about it. Leave it on there. I'm fine. I don't need the money. I did, but
You lucky bastard. I was gonna say it's son of a bitch.
It's one of the situations where I know, right? Like, it's one of the situations where it causes less of a problem for me just to leave it on there than it does for them to
have to
refund
mail
it.
the check out, and then,
The last time they did that, they mailed a check out, but then they mailed a check back for both payments. And then, so I had to like sit on a check for $1,000 and then let them triple bill me the next month, but I deposit the check at the same time. So then it all just works out so that I'm only paying once. But it's like, fuck, man, like that caused a problem. I don't want to deal with that. I'll just leave it on there. What the fuck do I need money for anyway? It's not like I do anything. So I get a notice that they email you like, hey, here's what your bill's going to be. And I get a bill. It's like, hey, it's going to be $680. And I'm like, what the fuck is that for? So, of course, I get the notice and I go to the website. Website's down for maintenance. For the entire day. I keep checking all day at work. I'm like, check the website, and it's down for maintenance.
It's like, hey, this website is down for maintenance until your bill's paid.
It's down for maintenance until you go fuck yourself. So next day I go and I check it, and the website works, but it's brutally slow, and every now and again we time out and shit. I'm like, fix your fucking website, Jesus Christ. So I'm going and I finally get through it, and I check through it, and it's just like, you owe us $700. I'm like, well, why? And I couldn't find anything. I'm going to the usage is down over last month or last year, so like it's not like I ran the bill up through the roof or anything like that. And I could not figure out where the $700 payment came from. So when I say I checked the actual physical paper bill. Now, we don't get a bill in the mail. It's just they charge us, and you have to go online to look at your bill if you want to see it. So I go through, and it's like they must have scanned this bill back in time in like 1989, and it's black and white. Faxed it to themselves like 4 times. This thing's like a fucking train wreck to read. But I find it in the bill. There's a $700 deposit I had to pay for reasons unknown. So it's like, god damn it. Like, found out why they want another $700. There's just a deposit charge on there. So I get in touch with them. I go on their chat because I don't want to fucking call them. I'd rather have it digital so that I can be like, here's a link. Nope, I disagree. because you can't do it over the phone because you don't know what they're looking at. So finding their chat online too is a fucking nightmare. I challenge you to fucking find it. It took me, I swear to God, 45 minutes just cruising through their website to find it. So I find their chat, talk to them, and they're like, yeah, it's a deposit for service. I'm like, for what service? Like, well, you got to, when you start an account, you pay a deposit based off of your credit. I'm like, what do you mean start the service? I've had this service going for 7 years. And they're like, oh, well, we'll go ahead and fix that for you. I'm like, so altogether, that whole bill was $1,200 because I had a $500 credit from the previous month. Like, you guys are the worst fucking company I've ever fucking dealt with in my entire goddamn life. Ever. It was so bad.
That's saying something.
Dude, and I've worked with some fucking services. I have a cell phone. They're not good either. Fucking angels compared to these pieces of shit. But there's nothing I can do. I can't change service. You're stuck with it. So it's like, well, okay.
Did you take yourself off the average thing? Dude.
No, I'll leave. That's fine. I'll leave that on there.
Really? Why? Because they're taking it off of the average you have for with the shitty AC.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So based off of current usage, right now I'm paying less than what my power bill would be normally. So if I were to take it off, there'd be a balance I'd have to pay because I'm paying under what my actual usage is, if that makes sense.
But you don't know what your actual usage is because your AC unit was hogging all the usage that you had prior.
It doesn't matter. It's all based off of power used.
Yeah, I know. And your power used was going towards blowing through that gap that it had in the old days.
Every month my power bill will go down. Just progressively. So it'll even itself out.
Okay.
It works out in the end.
I just want you to save money, man. That's
want to save all the money. But to do that, it would have cost me money to do it. So I'm like,
because my power bill right now is
don't even fucking say it.
It's $200.
Eat a fat hot. Eat your own dick. There you go.
So now that I got you all ready,
I'm fucking razzled.
Are you ready for the next topic to get you all hot and bothered?
That Square Enix shit I wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Tell me about signing up for a Final Fantasy XIV account for Square Enix.
Shit.
Let me hear about it.
All right, so one of my favorite streamers, it's a streamer here in Arizona, Tracy Cola. Big fan. She's a great stream. Is been playing Final Fantasy XIV, and it looks really fun. So I kind of did the math on it.
It is really fun. It is.
It looks fun. So I was like, I want to play that game too. And even people, while she was playing it, like her first time, were even like, hey, how'd the sign-up process for that go? And she was like, oh, I don't even want to talk about it. So I'm like, mental note, but didn't really think anything of it. Because hard and difficult are very relative terms. Like something hard for me might be completely impossible for somebody else, or really easy, vice versa. So it doesn't really mean anything. So,
God, we're the same person.
Really, yeah. So
love you so much, buddy.
I love you too, man. So much.
Anyway, continue.
So, I'd already purchased the game a couple of years ago, but I never really played it, and I wanted to get back into it because they made a bunch of changes to the game, like 2 expansions later and whatnot. And they got a new one coming out soon.
Did you buy it before the relaunch or after?
I don't know.
Because they released Final Fantasy XIV and they're like, hey, we're gonna shut this shit down for like 6 months, then relaunch it to Final Fantasy XIV. I don't remember. They named it something else.
Realm Reborn.
Yes, that's it. A Realm Reborn. And then
it was after that. So okay. I never played it before that. So
okay, because apparently it was a fucking shit show prior to that. It was terrible.
Well, anyway, let's see if it got any better. So okay, so the downloading it itself it's a fucking massive game, and it was a. Luckily, I can it's PC. It's a beautiful thing. I can hit the download button, go to bed, wake up the next day, and it'd be done. Wonderful fucking time to be alive. Yeah. So it's done. You have to go and log in. I don't remember my old account. I really didn't give a shit. So I was just going to go in there and open up a new account and just go from there. So when you go through the account sign-up process, you have to go through Square Enix's website to do it. Their website looks like it was built in GeoCities, maybe some Angel Fire. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor.
Those are so good.
Ooh.
GeoCities neighborhoods, man. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Lycos. Like, it was like, I'm pretty sure I had to like download Shockwave Flash to get the website to run. So I'm running through this thing. So the setup process is like put your name, address, all this shit in, and then a credit card number to. There's a service fee to run it. I'm like, all right, whatever. But
so Umumu says total nightmare. Before that, the new game is amazing. Highly recommend it.
Great. Hopefully you've already got an account. So I go to sign up and it's like, nope, you can't have an account. You already have one. You'll need to recover your old account. I'm like, fine. So I'm like, it's got a forgot username thing. Yeah. And it must have had my email address. So I'm like, send me my email, or send me my email. Fuck. It must be like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. So send me a message with my fucking username in it and a password reset. So I go through that. Username, password, beautiful. So I get that. And then it's like, okay, so now that you have this, now you have to download our launcher in addition. Fine. Okay, so I go through and I download the launcher. Finally get that thing done. I go into fucking log in, and it's like, put in your one-time code. Like, the fuck one-time code? Like, I'm like, is it? I didn't set one of those up. And it's so off to Google I go. I'm like, what's the Square Enix one-time code? Send, search, and it's like, here's your answers. And it's like, the game requires two-step authentication. Requires two-step authentication. I don't fucking want two-step authentication, but I have to have it. Okay, sure. So how do I set that up? These motherfuckers bury this shit so far deep into their website, and they give you instructions, like, to be fair, with screenshots on how to do everything. But they again must have scanned a picture that somebody took with their camera and then scanned it, printed it, scanned it, printed it again, and then just for good measure, let's do it a third time. So they kick this thing out. They're completely illegible. You can't read any of it. It's useless. So then it's like, you just kind of stumbling around trying to find something that kind of looks like it, but they've updated their website since then too, and they didn't update their instructions, so you don't even know where it is. So you're stumbling through this colossal piece of shit website trying to find where to set up a code. So it's like, okay, finally find it. It's fucking buried. I don't even remember how I even fucking found it to begin with, because the fucking instructions were useless. So I go through it more or less. So it's like, you have to download it onto your, he's like, you do it one of two ways. One, you can buy for money that you earn at a job, like a keychain that'll just run codes through it all the time. I'm like, fuck this game. If I have to buy something and then mail me it, I'm not fucking playing it. You can suck my pathetic tiny dick. I'm not fucking doing that. And then it's like, hang on. And then at the very bottom, in real tiny letters, it's like, or just get an app on your phone. I'm like, I'll take the fucking app. So it's like, click this link and it'll send you to the place where you can go and download it. So I'm like, beautiful. All right, making headway, progress. Yeah. So I click that link. It's fucking broken. It doesn't work. Why the fuck would it work? So
exactly, why would it work?
Back to Google I go. Like, what app do I need for iPhone to make my goddamn Square Enix shit work? And it's like, you're using way too much profanity. Try and dial that back again. So I limit it to like one F word.
And like, listen here, cunt.
Yeah. And then it eventually kicks it out, and it's like, download this app. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I go through, and I go to the App Store, and I'm search, and it's like, when you see like the App Store, it gives you what it thinks you're looking for, but the name of the app wasn't exactly what I was looking for, because whatever they said, they must have changed the name or just fucking put it in wrong. Because it was like, I shit you not, on like the second page of apps. Like, no, is this it? Maybe download that. And it's like, need a dick, that ain't it. I'm like, all right. So 3 or 4 apps later, I finally found it, right? So I'm like, perfect.
Yeah.
Find the app that I'm looking for. Now it's like, okay, verify your account that you are who is supposed to be like going into that. So I go through and dude, at this point, like, I'm getting mad and I'm starting to sweat, where it's like, hate sweats, where it's like, I don't know what died inside of me. It is now rotting through my pores, but like, even the dogs won't even come in there and be like, nope, I'm gonna go eat my own shit because that smells better. So they
get that.
You got to go through like this account verification process to even connect the app to your account, which was a nightmare in and of itself. So fucking get through that, and then it's like, all right, cool, that's all connected. Now, for the first time you use it, we're going to email you an even bigger code that you need to put into your phone, so that final verification process is just pop this code in there. So, dude, it was like 2 credit card numbers long, and I'm copying it off my screen and like trying to fucking type this thing in correctly. Now, I'm 6'4", 265 pounds. No, I lost weight. 244 pounds. What's up, bitches?
Heyo.
And my fingers are a little bit fatter than the numbers are. So like, I'm typing it in and I think I got it wrong like 3 or 4 times. Where it's like, and I'm not incompetent. I'm really not. It's just, fuck, man. It's so many goddamn numbers. Give me a 4 or 5 digit number like every other fucking thing. So Steam does this a lot too. Where it's like, put your code in so that we'll connect the account. And they require it every like 3 or 4 months. And I'm fine because it's like 4 digits. You're like, we're good. I can get that right. These motherfuckers, I'm not shitting you. There might have been 2 lines worth of just random letters and numbers. I finally get that put in.
The thing with Steam, man, is I can't log in to Steam through a browser unless it's through an incognito window. Like, if I log in, it's like, hey, you got the right password. We sent you a 2-step authentication thing to your phone. Go ahead and type that in. And so I typed that in, and it's like, hey, you got the wrong password, you fucking cunt. I'm like, what the fuck? You sent me a fucking you sent me a 2-step thing, which is the whole point of you. I typed the password in right the first time. You send me a code, I typed that in. That's all there is to it. But they're like, oh, you typed it right. Your code was right, but your fucking password was wrong. Fuck you. So yeah, incognito. Fuck you, Steam. Fuck you. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
So no, you're fine.
I had to throw that jab in there.
Eventually, I get it. I'm like, perfect. Awesome. So I go through, log in. God damn it. I just installed this. There's an hour and a half worth of updates. 90 minutes. And I'm like,
of course there is.
I just want to play a fucking video game. Like, listen, if I was trying to like get into like my NASA account, I'd understand. If I was trying to access my Fort Knox account, I'd understand. This is a goddamn Final Fantasy game. Like, it's too secure. So, nope.
Hey,
wait 90 minutes.
Some would argue. That's all I had.
I'll fucking fight all of them.
Fucking nerds.
Dude, actually, fucking eat this fist, dude. I will fucking kill you. So,
I'll kill him for you, man.
90 minutes worth of updates later.
Look at those forearms.
You have strong arms. So, all right. So I'm finally logged in. Yeah. Updates are done, and I'm like, finally. I'm like, I'll be able to create a quick account. I'll fucking go through my trial and replay the account. Nope. You gotta pay us $12.99 to play the fucking game. Now here's the thing.
You had to know that going in.
When you just buy a fucking air conditioner, sometimes that clears out your fucking account. I had like $7 in my account, and it's like Thursday night, so I get paid that night. So I'm like, I gotta fucking wait longer to pay the $12 fucking fee to get into this goddamn game. Then it was like kind of reflecting on my life, where I'm like, you're such a fucking loser. Yeah. You don't have $12.99 in your account. No.
Oh man.
So I wait another couple of hours. Finally, my paycheck goes through. I get in, start playing the game. By now, I have to work the next morning. It's like 2 a.m.
How was the game though?
Right now.
Do you have a good time with it?
It's okay. It's good. It's fun.
It's 2:30 right?
I played it, but it was like, here's the thing: when you play any MMO, the first like 10 hours of gameplay is like,
say 10. It's the first 182 hours of gameplay is
your first like 30 levels are just like, go kill 7 ground squirrels and come back. I'm like, all right. But I mean, the game's fun. But here's the thing: like in Black Desert, which I've been playing, now I only switched because I don't really have anyone to play Black Desert online with, and on top of that, like there's a bigger, like I was thinking of like what makes more sense to stream. We'll go with this other game because it has a bigger audience base. I'll be able to grow with it a little bit more. Like it just makes sense, and so we'll switch out to this game. And God damn it, dude. It was... And now every time I log in, I better have my fucking phone on me or else I can't even log into the goddamn thing. But...
Square Enix, you better not die, you bitch.
You're fucking... Here's the thing. There's a lot of people that play the game. Think how many people give up. They're like, fuck this. I'm not going through this. I'll go fucking play World of Warcraft.
I just have that play. So I didn't have that struggle when I signed up for that account.
Yeah, fucking log into it now. I fucking dare you.
I'm kind of tempted, honestly.
It's a fun MMO. I'll play with you anytime, bro.
I don't want to pay $15 a month for it though.
12
or 12. Like I don't. That's my gripe with it, right? Is I don't want to pay a subscription to a game that I'm going to play. You know, the only game that was worth it, the amount that of money that I put into it was Star Wars: The Old Republic. Fucking the Star Wars MMO. I had a fucking blast with, because it had a solid, like, even playing through it by myself, because I got into it because other people at work were like, hey, we're playing this game, fucking get in there. I'm like, all right, I'll get in there. And then they were never on, but I was on. So
that's how it always works, dude. Like, hey, dude, play this game. Okay.
I leveled up 5 fucking characters to max level because I like this game so much. And I always went Sith, or not Sith, but the fucking the
Empire.
What's it called? Empire. Thank you.
I got you, fam.
Yeah. So I did a fucking assassin. I had the fucking dual-bladed lightsaber. I did a warrior. I did a bounty hunter. Fucking, I was right in there. And the bounty hunter was my fucking favorite. He was the tits. I had a blast at that game. And they keep adding shit to it. Like there's more shit added to it now that I haven't played, but I want to play. But I'm not gonna, because it's been a long time.
Been a long time. Been a long, lonely
time. Yeah. Anyway,
that was my gripe with the fucking.
Yeah, no, I get you, man. Well, I mean, we're balls deep in here, so I mean, we can either. It's up to you. If you want to start playing, we can play, or we can talk about our hot topic for the day, which is the exclusivity and how it affects gaming in the nature of gaming today.
I'm into that. I'd like to talk about it because I think it's worth talking about. And this is a podcast and all. So, I mean, I did research it a little bit. So the idea of what we're talking about now is the real thing came from Epic Games talking about their gripes with Steam and how everyone goes to Steam to get games and everything like that, but Steam takes 30% of everything that sells. So they were like, if you would lower it, we'll have more games go straight to it, and we'd be all about it. And our talk now is just a little friendly debate. You are against. I am for.
Ooh, are you really?
Yeah, I'm actually. You set me up.
This should be interesting. Yeah.
I actually, after reading it, I'm like, yeah, I'm into that. I like the exclusivity thing.
Do you? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, all right. So let me start then. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me wet my palate.
Round 1. Fight.
So, my thing is, Steam has been a monopoly on the industry, for PC specifically, for, I don't know, since 2003, since it became a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the concept of exclusivity for Epic. Epic, the only option that they have in order to gain ground on that front is to have exclusive games like Metro Exodus and Borderlands 3 and things along those lines. And they're timed exclusives so that they're not solely exclusive to that launcher. But my thing is, if you are trying to go toe-to-toe with the launcher that you're going against, which is Steam, then you should at least have how do I put it? You should at least have the equivalent of the launcher that you're going against. And right now, Epic doesn't have that.
How do you mean?
They have... It's a shell of what a launcher is. So they don't have a friend system, like to compare friends. They don't have an achievement system the way that Steam has. They don't have... I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Those are the two big things that I thought of when I was doing the research for it. But they don't have the friend system, the achievement system, and those are the big two for me. Because if I'm playing a game, and like let's say I'm playing Borderlands 3, right? And I want to play with you, but I can't see you because there's no fucking friend system, so I can't join your game like just naturally. I can't be like, oh, right click, join game, with Bloody. It's, let me log in and then connect to the Borderlands fucking servers and hopefully maybe connect to Bloody, have him spawned into my instance, blah, 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 and then maybe you spawn in. I don't know how they're working that aspect of it. I'm not a doctor, but I get. So to take it back, I get why Epic is trying to do what they're trying to do. Because Steam has been the PC gaming launcher to go to for so long. The only way for them to make a dent into the market is to have those timed exclusivity deals. But if they're going to do that, they should address the things that Steam is lacking, as opposed to being a shell of what Steam is currently, if that makes sense. Like, they should address the things that Steam doesn't do very well and draw people in with those specific things. It shouldn't just be Epic exclusive deals for those particular games. It should be, hey, not only do we have these exclusives, we also have X and Y to address the things that Steam is lacking currently. You know what I mean? Feel free to jump in.
To retort? Okay.
Yeah, so feel free to retort.
So the Epic Games Launcher, though, in and of itself, is in relative infancy. So
yes, I understand.
I think stuff like that, the things that you mentioned, could be added fairly easily. It doesn't have it. You're absolutely right. So it's a drawback. But I feel like when you can exit outside of Steam as a developer, you open up a wider. You allow game companies to be able to launch a game where they make like right now, with what I'm trying to get at is Steam takes an awful lot of the money that these companies
30%.
make. 30%. So it's basically the IRS of gaming. So when everything's all said and done, you talk about these, the biggest thing was like, yeah, well, I don't care if the rich get richer. Like that's all
not how it
well
works.
good. It's fine. I'm talking about like small independent games that we will never hear of because they can't afford to put their game out once everything's said and done. You essentially lose where they're at like break even, or they just can't afford it. So
Yeah.
And that's like, what about like individuals can make a game like that? All the software exists like to do it.
I mean,
you're not wrong in the sense that there's issues with the way that their systems are laid out. It is just a shell of Steam. That's fine. But I've never had an instance where I was playing a game and couldn't see someone enter or leave the game. Like that's all built into it for the most part. And then at the same time, I think it leads a broader market. You see more independent games come to the market and do better.
Are a number. Yeah, there are a number of ways to view that aspect of it, right? So Steam is largely unregulated as far as that goes, because, and controversially so there's a lot of games that are released on Steam that honestly shouldn't be, period. Like they shouldn't be games. Like there was one called Active Shooter back in the day.
That was really bad.
Maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah, that was bad.
That it was just, you're just taking control of a kid in high school and you're shooting teachers and kids and shit. That shouldn't be a game. That shouldn't be a game that's released just
really
period.
Low QA where they don't go through and check what they're even putting on there. It's an automated system.
Yeah, it just shouldn't be a game that's released.
Who the fuck's buying that game?
I don't know. But
add them to a watch list. Every single one of them. Get them therapy.
I agree wholeheartedly. I'm not saying Steam is a perfect system, and that's a perfect example of why it's not. But the thing is, it shouldn't be solely based on the games that shouldn't be released. It should be based on the type of content that is released, that's widely spread. And I'm all for giving developers money, because Steam takes the 30%, whereas Epic takes the 12%. I get that. I want more money to go to developers so that developers can put out more content and more quality for the consumers. Like I want that. Epic in its theory is the perfect fucking system. But they need to do it better, and I don't know how to say that better. Like they need to disseminate that into a mission statement that works towards the industry, that they are oh shit, my bad.
What happened?
Oh, my computer went to my desktop for some reason, and
I saw the color change on your skin.
Yeah, I have it copying my desktop, and it's like, hey, we're not watching anymore. We're gonna look at your desktop.
Fucking awesome desktop, bro.
It's Rex, actually, or not Rex, from Mass Effect 3. The best character ever.
Of course it is.
Yeah, it is.
We knew.
I know you knew. I know you knew, at least. At the very least. But man, the thing is, exclusivity, like, it's that whole concept is, what's the word? It's dissolving in the console world, because PlayStation and Nintendo and Microsoft Xbox are encouraging the crossplay thing, and they're trying to encourage, hey, you play the games that you want where you want, and that's just all what there is to it. And I feel like Epic is like 4 or 5 years behind the times on that.
No, I agree with you on that.
Because that's where the gaming industry itself is going, is that, hey, wherever you play, you're gonna play, and we want you to do that, and we encourage that. Just continue to do that, and fucking whatever.
Right. So I think the biggest things here, it almost sounds like we're arguing the same point, where I don't disagree with you at all. I think the Epic Store launcher, or any of them for that matter, they're coming into the game late, and that's always, you're always going to be behind, like on what. And Valve, company that owns Steam, is a.
Whoops.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh yeah!
You broke something.
No, I dropped something.
Your baby hates you.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
So.
Keep talking. I'm listening.
It'll work in it. It works like this with everything, where you have a new competitor in the market where everything's different now. Where it's like in the sense that everyone used to just go to Steam. That's where you bought PC games.
All your PC games, yeah.
Everyone bought them from the same spot, and except for Blizzard. Blizzard was the one different. That was like that kind of showed you the. You don't have
this
to.
Is other spot, yeah.
You can just use Battle.net, and you can use everything there. Origin did the same thing.
Origin did it terribly.
It's bad.
Origin is awful.
It is the least good of all of them, but I think Blizzard would be the perfect example.
Blizzard did it very well with their launcher. Nailed it. Bam, bam, bam. You take the
launcher has every game they've ever released. It's all in there. They have the friend system built into it. You can see who's on, who's off. Everything's cross-platform. So if you want to talk to somebody through the Blizzard system, you can be in-game on a Blizzard game and talk to somebody in a different Blizzard game, and you can still talk to each other in-game. Like, that all still works. So if I'm playing WoW and Sutty's playing fucking Diablo, we can still talk to each other, even though I'm probably just going to Discord him, but it doesn't matter. We can do it the other way if you wanted. But it shows you that you don't have to use Steam. But that's different. Now you're talking about one company has all of their games and only their games, although they are branching out now. So you can see the new Modern Warfares are going there. What was the other one that's on there now? I don't remember. Might have been Destiny. That's the one where it's not a Blizzard game, but they're starting to show up on the Blizzard launcher, which I like.
It's a Blizzard Activision game, but Blizzard split away from Activision to get away from their tactics and whatnot. Hey, give me 2 seconds. I spilled some wine on the floor. I'm gonna clean that up.
Yep.
I'm the worst person that there ever was.
Go, and I'll plug our sponsor.
Yeah, plug our. We have a sponsor?
Fuck no, I'm gonna make one up.
All right, man. I'll be right back.
Do we have a sponsor? No.
All right, man. We're back.
Sure. Now, had he been a smart man, he would have our sponsor's product. This sponsor is brought to you. This stream is brought to you by Wet Ones for sensitive skin. Everything that you would need in one little bat. I've always said everything in life can be fixed with a pellet gun, duct tape, or Wet Ones. Buy Wet Ones today at your local grocer, Walmart, or Target.
6.5 hours later.
Sometimes I wonder when he gets up and walks away, like, did he fall? I know the layout of his house too. Right in front of him is the kitchen where there's paper towels. Paper towels, bring back. Probably poured himself another glass of wine though. It shouldn't take that long. What are you doing? Look at him, there you go, clean it up. That's right. Get on your all fours. Clean. Clean, bitch, clean. Ah, get under there. There you go. Push the chair back a little bit. Don't miss a spot. Don't wave at me. Don't fucking wave at me. Look at that. Look at the illustrious hair. Was that a 2-in-1?
Sorry about that.
What's that? What is that, man? Per plus? What are you using there?
Oh, man. Whatever's at Costco. That's what I'm using.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fancy
Amen.
as shit with a fucking Costco membership.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what else do you have there?
Get some of these, bro.
Wet ones? God, they're the best.
That's our show sponsor, by the way.
Wipe
Buy
your
them today at your local grocer.
Mm-hmm. Wipe your butt.
Oh, fuck. All right, so we're moving on to... From coffee to... Diet Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm. I can't drink regular Mountain Dew. It's got sugar in it. Real sugar. High fructose corn syrup.
Cane sugar.
This one's got that, what is it called? That...
Hold on, man.
Aspartame, that's what I'm thinking of. I was going to say asparagus. I knew that was wrong.
Yeah, that's not it.
That's wrong.
That's not the one.
I know immediately that was not correct.
Yep.
So anyway, game developers, I think we're on the same page.
Dude, I want developers to get their money, man. I really do.
I don't care about the big ones. I like the ones that are small. Like Hello Games, they released a huge fucking game, but they don't make billions of dollars on it.
Hello Games did a shitty job.
Yeah, but...
Hello Games did a shitty job on the initial fucking launch of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's good now, though.
Yeah, it only took 2 years after it was launched.
All right, bad example. Fuck me.
What does it look like?
Fuck me, right?
Fuck me for naming a small fucking company. Would you get what I'm saying?
Even Fable, man. Fable. Peter, what's his face?
Melanu. Don't act like you're not fucking impressed. That was a deep pull.
That was a deep pull, but he was a big piece of shit. He's like, Fable 1, hey, you're gonna plant a tree, you're gonna fucking see it grow. You're gonna watch it grow.
You watch cities get bigger.
You're gonna plant a seed, see it grow. And I remember your whole pull to me into the Fable universe, and I remember this distinctly. You're like, hey man, Fable's the shit. Fable's the shit because I can go into this town, I'll murder everybody.
You can do that.
I come back 10 minutes later, they don't give a shit. They're all fine. With the fact that I murdered all of them 10 minutes prior.
That was like 8 years in game time, though. People forget. There's been some scandals since then.
It's like, do you remember September 11th right now?
No.
Do you remember all of it?
It's not the same thing. One was a real tragedy. A whole city, people getting murdered is no big deal. Global acts of terrorism happen every day, Sutty.
Amen. You're right.
Man turning himself into a pickle has never happened once.
Pickle Rick.
I'm Pickle Rick, but only when I want to be. That's still my favorite episode. I go to bed and I watch that every single night.
Right?
Pickle Rick.
Hey, we get to go to therapy. I'm Pickle Rick. We're not going to therapy. Pickle Rick is not a Rick that you take to therapy.
No.
There is seldom a Rick that you would take to therapy, and Pickle Rick, I think, would be the most obtuse of them.
Mm-hmm. Because he's a pickle, but only when he wants to be.
He is a pickle.
I'm not a cow. I'm a pickle. When I feel like it. So, you asked.
Pickle Rick.
God damn, my beard looks so good right now. I can't get over it.
Dude, your beard is fantastic. Look at my beard. It's not. Oh, ready? It's not nearly as fantastic. Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it. I don't want to screen share. I want to go back to my goddamn call with you. Where the fuck am I? There it is. All right.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Look at this. Even grabbing the camera, trying to manipulate it.
It's like, in there somewhere.
It's like, look at,
I see a lot of cheek there, bro.
I know. Like this right here, can't grow that.
I don't grow that either, though.
And this right here, no.
Yeah, I don't grow there.
And then the worst thing is if I lift this up, nothing right there.
Do I grow right there? This is fucking good pod.
They're really upset, man. Like,
God damn, get us out of your face, Jesus. I want to attract viewers, not scare them away. Everyone hates you right now.
I know they do, man. I know they do. It's not... Anyway.
Hey, did you get to use your stream intro I made for you today?
I didn't get to do it today.
How much do you love it? Didn't you just watch it and laugh?
Yeah. Can we watch it right now? Are you okay with that?
I'll have to edit it in.
No, I'm gonna do it right now. You sent it to me, right?
You can see it on your end. I won't see it on mine.
Are you watching my stream? Just go to my stream.
Share screen.
Go to my stream.
Share screen.
Can I do that?
Yeah, you should be able to.
How do I do that?
I won't be able to hear it from my end.
All right. Well, I don't know what that means.
Desktop audio. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Just make it full screen on your end. Yeah, we can do that.
Did you send it to me in Slack?
Well, first of all,
I just put my whole WordPress password on blast right now.
Here, let's take a. I don't have a way to do that.
Where did you send it to me?
Just go to YouTube and look it up. It's there.
But where did you send it to me? And what's it called on YouTube?
I text it to you. It's under the Bloody the Elf.
Bro, I don't know what any of this means, man. You're so sophisticated.
I know. Really fucking.
What did you call it? What did you call it?
It should be. Just go to Bloody the Elf. It'll be under my YouTube channel. It should be the first thing that pops up when you actually click on my channel.
Bloody the Elf. There's Christina Bloody Elf, and then twitch.tv/bloody.
Go to YouTube directly. Don't Google my fucking name because that dumb bitch that used to stream 100 years ago.
That stupid whore.
She's ruining my goddamn life.
She really is. All right. So I search Bloody the Elf.
Yeah, Bloody the Elf.
Bloody the Elf. There you are.
I'll be the second one because she's first.
No, you're the first one, actually.
Fuck yeah, I am. Oh, it's called Timeline 1.
Oh, there it is. All right. Let's watch this right now. Stream. Ready?
All right, share your screen.
Oh, shit.
God damn it, man. You had one job.
I'm
a
novice. I'm a novice. All right, how do I share my screen?
There you go. Yep, almost.
That's not the one.
It should be able to. Double click on our video session.
Double clicked.
And then it should make it small again.
God damn it. I see your face and my WordPress password, so that's good. We're gonna have to change that. We're gonna have to change that password.
We're gonna need to change that one. That's fine.
Oh,
we'll
man.
change it.
Anyway.
And then from there you should be able to click the share screen icon.
Oh, I got us up. All right. Turn on screen share. And the fuck? Okay. Share. There
we go.
There we go. All right. Here we go. Right in here. Are you in there?
Fuck. Yes, but I'm still not going to be able to hear it.
Why?
Because I don't hear your desktop audio.
That's stupid.
Hang on. Put it on your stream.
All right. You ready?
No.
Let me know when you're ready.
Full screen this shit. Full screen this shit. I'm gonna mute it real quick. This is a lot of fucking effort for this.
It really is. It's just a little video.
Okay. Should be good.
Ready?
Yeah, but shut the fuck up when you play it. Otherwise, it'll double the audio.
I will. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. You
okay.
ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, go. You ready?
All right, go. Yeah, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This is so good. This is so good. Here comes that strong finish. Here comes that strong finish. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh man. Oh man. So that's where we're at. That's what we're doing right now. Oh shit. I don't know.
Click the video button. See where this is the camera slashed? There you go.
There we go.
Oh.
God damn.
Dude, when I was making that for you, dude, I sat and chuckled through the whole goddamn thing.
Because you knew what was coming. Oh man.
I just kind of made it up as I went along.
It's like, he's gonna die any second. He's gonna just 100% die. Oh my god.
The greatest gamer to ever live.
Well, shit.
Dances on the graves of his enemies. He checks TSA's bag, not the other way around.
Oh my god. That was fantastic. Oh shit. All right.
Oh, that was good.
It was. Are you bloody ready to play some video games?
Yeah, you want to play some Apex?
Yeah, we've been balls deep in this this podcast thing. Let's quit all that.
Yeah, knock that shit off. Say bye to the people on YouTube.
Hey, people on YouTube.
Like and fucking subscribe. If you made it this far into the goddamn show, will you please hit the subscribe button? It's right there. You don't gotta do much. You do this. Here you go.
Right there.
Boop. That was the work involved. One more time.
It is.
That was it.
It is right there. But
over the top.
The people who have,
thank you,
put the time in to get to the end of this video, because this one for sure, it was a chore.
It was a long one.
It was a long one.
This one went through
a lot. We do appreciate it, and you guys are fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And
gosh damn it, we like you.
We do. You're good. You're good people. You're good people.
Your parents clearly meant to have you.
They did. You were not meant to be a brown stain on the mattress, as it were.
You were not a mistake.
No
fact,
matter what your parents tell you.
Pause this video right now and go ahead and text your mom, text your dad, whichever one's still alive, if not both. Let them know you love them.
Do that. I'm okay. I'm all for that.
All right, now it's getting weird.
Yeah.
All right, let's play video games.
Here we are in the thick of things. Anyway, thank you for coming through, watching the Bloody and Sutty show. We appreciate you being here. You being here is what keeps us doing what it is that we do, stroking our beards. One may be more glamorous than the other. We're not going to talk about which one it is.
I don't have those locks yet, though. I mean, I'm growing them. They're coming, though. I wonder if my hair will grow that long.
I can't do it with the headphones on. But anyway, we appreciate you being here, and we just want you to know if you got things that you're going through that are tough, because everybody got those things. Just know that you're not alone, and that we are not only here for you, but we're trying to bring you some relief from the things that you may or may not be experiencing. And you are special, and we appreciate you. And we're probably not the only ones in your life that appreciate you. So, you know what?
Wait a minute.
Hold up, wait a minute.
We almost made a huge mistake.
What do we do?
This week on Instagram, I put out there anything anybody would want us to talk about. And I did have something from one of my friends. So I haven't talked to this guy in fucking years. I used to play EVE Online with this guy. He's a dude out in Sweden. And he said, how about a fucking Swedish word of the day? Because he used to do that. He used to try and teach me Swedish words.
All right. Get in there.
And I got one for you. Swedish word of the day, prinskorv.
Prinskorv?
Which is Swedish for tiny wiener.
Prinskorv. I want to get the pronunciation right. How do you say it?
Prinskorv.
Prinskorv.
Pretty much, yeah.
Can you put it on screen? No, pretty much doesn't cut it, man.
Yeah, that's right. You're not. You are not a professional Swedish talker.
No, I'm not a professional Swedish talker, but we're trying to maintain a professional environment in which we're presenting ourselves.
So Peter, that was for you, buddy.
Prinskorv.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Good talk, man.
This is good, man.
Good talk.
But mahalo to you guys.
Prinskorv.
From Bloody the Elf and SuttySmash. Mahalo. All right, now let's play video games.